I needed 2 more eggs for my deviled eggs.
All right, guys, you're gonna need about a 1/4 cup of whatever mayonnaise you want. I love dill relish, so I use about a tablespoon, heaping tablespoon. Horseradish, I love horseradish. You don't get the heat from it, just a good flavor. About a teaspoon, 1/2 teaspoon of salt, 1/4 teaspoon pepper. If you don't want horseradish, try a sweet hot mustard. And for a topper, I love to use paprika. I think it makes it look really pretty, especially for a holiday. Easter's coming up, Thanksgiving, things like that. Afternoon, y'all. So I'm going to make some hard-boiled eggs in a 2-part episode. Half of it's going to be deviled eggs, and half of it's going to be egg salad for egg salad sandwiches. All right, so I'm putting my eggs in my pan. These are my fresh duck eggs. We're gonna cover this with water till everybody's under. Turn it on high. We're gonna bring this to a boil. It's gonna heat or boil for 3 minutes. Then you're gonna turn it off, leave it here, let it set in the hot water for 10 minutes. And then after that 10 minutes, you're gonna drain it and add a bunch of ice and let it sit for about a 1/2 hour. All right, guys, 3-minute timer just went off. I'm gonna scooch it off the burner very carefully. And I'm gonna set my timer for 10 minutes. All right, I just drained my water. I have this full of ice with a little bit of water in it. You're just gonna cover these. Woo. And you're gonna let them sit 1/2 hour, 20 minutes. If you want, you can put it in the fridge and let it sit overnight and deal with this later. We're gonna go outside and work on building some raised garden beds, and then we'll come back to this for lunch. Hey guys, just got back in. I'm gonna drain these eggs and we will get started on our deviled eggs. All right, things that you're gonna need. I have a deviled egg plate. You don't have to use a deviled egg plate, you can use a regular plate. A bowl, a whisk, obviously your measuring spoons, and your ingredients. All right guys, my last egg. So the way I crack my eggs to peel them, I crack it and then I give it a good roll. Duck eggs are a little bit different. They have a thicker membrane, they have a thicker shell. They're just an all-around thicker egg. So they do peel a little bit different. These eggs are from our duck Queenie. She is so sweet. She loves our kids. She's just a really good girl. All right, how do you guys like your deviled eggs cut? Do you like them cut the traditional way? Like this? Look how gorgeous that is. That is farm fresh egg right there. Do you like it cut in half? Or do you like it the long way, hamburger or hot dog style? Or like a little pouch like this? Let me know in the comments. All right, I'm taking my shells, dumping them in this big, huge bucket that or I guess it's a box, that I got with chips in it. All right, get this guy out of the way. So, what I do is I put all my ingredients in and then I use my whisk and mash. Do you want it super smooth? Do you want it kind of chunky? This is where you decide how creamy you want it. About a 1/4 cup, give or take a little bit. I love dill. If you want to use sweet, use sweet. I prefer dill. All right. Like I said, I love horseradish. About a 1/2 teaspoon. Quarter of a teaspoon. All right. I am also going to add a touch of this. Like I said, these things are optional. What do you like? Put it in. So again, I'll probably do about a 1/2 teaspoon. And then get to poking. All Alright. So this is about the consistency I like it. Still has a little chunks in there, but that's the way I like it. The other thing I forgot to mention that you'll need is a zippy bag, sandwich size, and a pair of scissors. You can use a knife too, I guess. Unless you're fancy and you want to use a pastry bag. I'm not gonna be fancy. I've got kids that want deviled eggs, they want a quick snack, so this is a clean spoon, not the spoon I just licked. Well, you could use the spoon you just licked if you want. Alright, got my last little bit. Zip it up so it doesn't spray all over your hand. I've done that. It's not fun. Okay, so what I do is I kind of pinch my corner out. Grab a pair of scissors. Make sure you hang on to that. You do not want anyone choking on plastic. So then I just fill them. And I get everyone pretty darn full. If you get to the point where you're just like, oh, I'm not gonna have enough, just eat an egg white. It ain't gonna hurt you. All right. These are great. I make them the night before for Christmas, for Easter, Thanksgiving, and then I use them as kind of appetizers. All right, so I got a little bit left. I'm just gonna go, whoopsie, gonna go around and give everyone a little bit extra. Because who doesn't want a cram-packed full deviled egg? And there we go. Perfect. A little paprika, a little prettiness. Now you could add a piece of pickle, you could add a jalapeno, that's what my cousin does. Yeah, sky's the limit, a little bit of dill. Go wild. So you tell me, which do you like better? The half or the half? Hamburger? No. Hamburger or hot dog style? I like them both.